Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of the American Empire. This is an Empire Total War Let's Play, where we will be playing as the United States of America and trying to carve out an empire. Alright, so let's check out what's going on.
Ready and
Got
awaiting
an
orders.
army here consisting of 2 units of light infantry, Minutemen, and provincial cavalry, commanded by General Nathan Green. I'm going to send you over to Philadelphia.
Forward! For crown and country!
How may I
Here
serve?
we've got Benjamin Franklin. And there we have a classical
Moving.
university, so we'll
Aha,
send him there.
a
He'll
place
speed
of
up some
learning and culture.
stuff. Let's research Carcass Shot. That'll take us 8 turns to complete.
Your humble
And
servant.
over here we have 1 unit of Rangers, Minutemen, 12-pounder howitzer, and that's commanded by General Anthony Wayne. And we will send him to Boston.
Forward! March!
Alright, so right now we have 7,500 in gold.
A
Got a
missionary.
missionary here, and we're going to send him into the Cherokee territory to begin spreading
Sir.
our religion.
Orders.
And of course down here we have 2 units of Minutemen, 1 unit of provincial cavalry, and it's commanded by John Sullivan. We'll send him over
Forward!
there. So first we're going to start out by upgrading these state houses to state capitals. That'll generate some more tax revenue, give us some more money in the coming turns. And we'll, yeah. That's about all we can do for this turn right now, so let's see what's going on in the world. The year currently in the game is 1783. You know, I didn't check to see if we were at war with anybody. I don't think we are, but I did not look. We should be. Well, we were at war with like the pirates and stuff in the game, but I don't think there should be a developed nation that's at war with us. Ooh, an alliance was broken between Great Britain and Austria. That's a war declared thing. War between Spain and Great Britain. Poland, Lithuania, and Russia. Poland, Lithuania, and Australia. And then Poland and Prussia. Poland is gonna get crushed very fast, I have a feeling. So our first goal in this series is actually going to be to claim all of what is modern day United States. So we're going to go all the way up here, conquer, you know, the Michigan territories and everything across, all the way to New Mexico and down in Texas as well. I think there's a nation up here that might also be the Black Hills. Now that actually is probably more Canada, I think. Yeah, it's more Canada, but we'll probably end up taking that at some point. So I don't actually want to start out as, oh, we're at war with the Barbary States, but I think they're literally at war with everybody. I've played this game a couple times. Yeah, they're at war with literally every single nation in the game. They don't know how to be friendly, I guess. So let's build some little peasant farms out here. That'll actually increase the amount of taxes we get every turn. Build that up. We're going to start out by just building up the infrastructure of our country first. That way we have the money to support a war. Because right now we really don't have the money to go to war. If we did, we'd survive, but it would take a greater toll than I'm really willing to
Officer
risk.
on deck!
And I did not even realize we had a small navy, consisting of a 6th-rate ship, a carronade frigate, the Dolphin. Ooh, I don't like that. The 6th-rate frigate is the Connecticut, and then the Admiral's flagship, commanded by John Barry, is 5th rate, the I don't even know how to say that. The Actaeon? Whatever it is. We're gonna move them into port, though, down here
Heave away,
at
boys,
Yorktown.
heave away.
And then we're once again out of money, so we'll end the turn. Should be going into the year 1784 now. I believe each turn is 6 months. You know, I saw there that Great Britain was moving some armies towards our borders, and initially I wanted to try and conquer some of what is the American territories of modern day, but that might have to wait. If Great Britain decides to start trouble with us, we might have to go up into Canada. Which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. We'll take some Canadian territories. They're not as great, in my opinion, as the other ones, but it's like the Iroquois Nation in Michigan and all that stuff, but that's still territory. Gotta start somewhere. Hopefully we'll be able to perform like the Louisiana Purchase and not have to just go to war with France, because right now we are allied with France, and I'd like to remain that way. But you never know. Yeah, as you can see, they moved a small little army right up here. Now they could just be going around to Acadia up here, but it's hard to say. Too early to tell. What can we recruit as? So we can get Regiment of Horse, Provincial Cavalry, Demi-Cannons, which are fixed artillery, so you can't move them. Once they're placed on the battlefield, is where they stay. They do a lot of damage, especially against forts, so I do like them, but I also don't like them because you can't move them. Sakers, which is another fixed artillery. Grenadiers, Line Infantry, Rangers, Militia, and Dragoons. So we might actually want to... What does this get us? So this enables the recruitment of Colonial Light Infantry, Lee's Legion, which is a shortened carbine, so they're Dragoons, and the 2nd Continental Light Dragoons, with shortened carbines as well. It also enables the research of the new bayonet drill, diamond formation, reorganized procurement, and fire in advance, which I've never actually used in this game. This also enables the recruitment of, I think the only one new on this would be the General's Bodyguard and Long Rifleman. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade that to a military academy, and we're basically out of money with that. So we'll get these farms going up a little bit. And we'll turn this into, let's see how we're doing policy-wise. So we're struggling in our southern territories. Georgia doesn't like us very much. Virginia's struggling with us, and Maryland's also struggling with us. But they also really don't have anything I could build up. I could build up that farm. Yeah, Georgia doesn't have anything I can build up, so I guess we'll just go on to the next turn. Those state houses should be finished being constructed in this next turn. So hopefully that'll boost up our money a bit. But Great Britain is moving troops around to the north. Hoping that doesn't mean anything bad, but you never know. That could mean that they're gunning for us. Iroquois Confederacy, which we'll most likely have to go to war with soon. If I remember correctly, they're a pretty aggressive nation, and they don't like us. Which makes sense, but no, it is what it is. Alright, and I was correct. Well, I guess only one of them is done. Oh, there's still 2 more turns on these state capitals, so we're going to upgrade that to a state house. And we'll upgrade this to a large cotton plantation. I'd like to keep all of my territories happy for the time being. So we'll put an opera house in here. Coaching in here. Coaching inns help boost the morale of the population, and since we do have a university here, which actually drains the morale of the population, I'd like to put a coaching in there to kind of counteract that. And once again, we're out of money, so we're going into the next turn. The next turn should be the summer of 1785. I think I said it already, but I think each turn is about 6 months, so 2 turns is 1 year in the game. I am working on getting a proper mic. I've only got kind of a gaming headset, so it's a really cheap mic, but I didn't want to wait to start uploading videos until I got that mic, so first video or two will kind of have bad sound quality, but it'll get better over time. What we got going on? The necklace affair. Trait gained. We've got James Madison has -1 happiness to the lower class, -3 to clamor of reform, and +1 happiness to nobility. So that's all. Oh, well, I clicked off of there for a second. My bad. And the nation was Saxony was already destroyed, so we've already gotten a smaller world after only like 4 turns. And then these were constructed for the past turn. Let's upgrade that to an iron workshop, and this to a state house. Can we upgrade the roads yet? We can. I would like to upgrade the roads. Right now the dirt roads, so you can't actually move armies that fast up and down them. And as we don't really have a strong military yet, the few forces that we do have will need to be very nimble and be capable of moving across all of our all of our nation now. It's not a colony anymore. Great Britain and Spain are duking it out in Spain. Curious as to how that's going to play out, if they're going to get pushed out of Europe and into the colonies. That could prove kind of troublesome for us. Then they might get greedy in the colonies and try and take over us. Yeah. Yeah, it's not looking good for Spain. I can't see how many troops they have in their capital, but they've got a fairly sizable army on their besieging their capital. Or sieging their capital, not besieging. Well, kind of, but no at the same time. Alright, so let's go back to upgrading these roads real quick. These ones don't even have dirt roads, so that's great. Yeah, no roads at all through here. Just pathways, I guess. Let's make sure all of our colonies, or states at least, have roads. Yeah, this one doesn't either. Alright. I am curious as to how the whole thing with Great Britain and Spain will play out. You know, that'd be a major oh, actually, if you look here on the mini-map in the bottom left, you can see that the territory of Spain is now red, which means Great Britain has taken that territory and pushed Spain out of Spain. Interesting, but as you can see here on the American map, that's all that yellow there, that's all Spain. And the Iroquois just conquered a territory from the French. From France. The French people. Not the French. That actually might kind of prove to be a little bit troublesome. The Iroquois territory, if the Iroquois nation are pushing and conquering like that, we might end up at war with them a little bit sooner than we expected. here. What can we build? Over here, we could build a peasant farm, so we'll do that. So again, that increases the taxes in the territory. Who is in this? We have one unit of line infantry here, the 1st Regiment of Foot, in this small little wooden fort. I would not trust a wooden fort in this game. Not very sturdy. But it's all we've got for defense right there. I don't want to be the person to make the first move in war, even though we are trying to conquer the world. I really don't want to be an aggressor, because that gets you a reputation that makes the rest of the world hate you. So you kind of almost want to be the one to get attacked, which sucks, but it's the best way to play the game, in all honesty. But if enough time goes by and we're not really getting attacked and no one's really being aggressive towards us, we'll have to take the first move. So we do have a missionary here. Oh, he's lightly defended, but we also really don't have the army. Well, I've already kind of converted this territory. As you can see, it's already become Protestant. So let's move on here. Turn that territory. That actually might... It would make it a lot easier when I do push in. If the people... Let's see... Cherokee nations are unfriendly towards us. They are at war with Spain, and they're our trade partners, but they don't have any allies. They don't like anybody's, actually. It's a risky move, but I'm going to mobilize Nathaniel Green. That's him, right? Nathaniel Green. So we're going to recruit some line infantry. This will be... Ooh, we're going to put the 1st Delaware in there as well. This will be the first true army. I'm actually going to get rid of 2 of these units of line infantry so we can put in some cannons. A 6-pounder and a howitzer for now. We're going to get a second 6-pounder cannon as well, and that'll be our first main army to strike, the 1st American Army. And they're going to strike out against the Cherokee nations. Hopefully the Cherokee don't form an alliance in the time before I can attack, because that would suck for us if we then had to fight off one of their allies. But I would like to quickly claim some territory, so gotta make sacrifices, gotta start pushing. And I gotta push before Spain goes up there and kicks them out. Let's look at this army now. So as you can see, the 1st Delaware have been recruited, along with 2 units of grenadiers, a unit of line infantry. So go back to recruitment. We can see a 6-pounder cannon, a howitzer. So we're going to report a second 6-pounder cannon. Do we have any? We have 1 unit of provincial cavalry. So we're going to recruit 2 more units of line infantry. And that'll be it for the 1st American Army. And we'll go here, start building up. Build up our infrastructure a little bit. So we're going to come down, we're going to sweep in. Well, I don't know. It's only these 2 territories, so what would be better? I think we almost have to take out this army first. Because if we come in from behind and go for the capital, their army could come through. If we go into the top, they could come through. And that's the only really threat. After that, they've got a unit of medicine men and lancers. Their capitals really aren't defended, except they'll have some militias in their capitals, but that's it. This territory, oh well, it went back to being whatever that religion is. What is it? Animism. Yeah, as you can see, Protestant, it's actually pretty prevalent there. See how it's doing in here. Well, I guess the preacher hasn't done much here. So we're actually going to send him back.
Obeying the Lord's
We're going to
word.
keep boosting up this area. Conquer that one, I think. I don't know. We'll figure it out here in a minute. We'll be on the door. We have 2 turns before our little army is completed, so we'll figure it out by then. But France is doing really well because I think they've... Looks like they might have taken Portugal. All those fires across Europe. That's how this game always starts. It's one big war all across Europe until there's only like 3 nations left. And it's just at their borders. It's constant war. And I guess Portugal is still around. They might have a territory somewhere though. They might have lost their home country, is what I'm saying. Kind of like how Spain did. Just look at the army here. The army's almost ready to go. This 1 unit of Minutemen. So I guess we'll focus on some infrastructure. Get these roads. Oh, we can already build metal roads. That's great. Alright, so that's about all we can do. So upgrade this farm here to whatever that is. I don't know now though. That army looks kind of big. I'm gonna check out how our relationship with Great Britain is right now. If it's friendly, then we'll be good to strike. But if it's not friendly, we might not want to remove. At this point, are really the only army we have south. Especially since our northern territories are the only territories that can produce a massive amount of troops. Everything else is the state capital. We don't have another major city that can pump out troops like these 2 northern ones. Boston and Pennsylvania are the only, or Philadelphia are the only 2 big cities that can do that. Let's check out what our relationship is like with Great Britain. Major nations. There, it's unfriendly. And they're allied with the Iroquois. But they're at war with Spain and France right now, so I don't really think they'd have the time or resources to really devote to a war. Let's start sending this army south, though.
Forward! March!
But we've got this small army
Harvesting
here,
supplies.
commanded by John Sullivan, that can defend these 2 territories. Should be able to defend these 2 territories. Let's upgrade that charter school there. That's a church, if you don't know, so it'll boost the religious population, or boost the religion in the area, which is an important thing. I think our first move, though, should be to take out both of these forces here. And then sweep it and take the 2 others. I don't know, I think I might... I'm not sure. What sucks about it is they'll probably have to destroy a lot of the native infrastructure in the area, because it'll create conflicting ideas in this game. So that's one of the interesting things about this game is, if it's not, like, there are 3 big types of infrastructure in the game. There's the Native American one, there's the kind of modern European one, which is what we use, and then there's the Indian one, not like Native American Indian, but Indian. And if you have a territory with those kind of infrastructure, and your empire uses a different infrastructure, it kind of clashes and almost creates a revolt within those territories. Not always, but it can. Wow, they have the ability to strike at Charleston if they really wanted to.
Ready for order.
We're going to park them right there on that border. We're going to cross, and we are going to attack them. Hopefully within the next 2 turns. I don't really like starting wars, like I've said, but it's gotta be done. We gotta start our empire somewhere. We actually need to build up a small defensive force here, but we don't have the money at the moment. Which really means that we need to conquer some territory so we can boost our money. Those armies from Great Britain are making me really nervous, but I don't feel like they're able to support a 3rd war right now. They're already fighting 2 big wars against 2 very powerful nations. And although they're winning against Spain, they are kicking Spain's butt. There's still France, who is very strong at the moment. Alright, let's recruit 2 units of line infantry here in our capital. Oh, well, what happened? Enter Madame Guillotine. Bloody executions, oof. Alright, so let's see. Oh, Spain fell. So, Mexico is now a nation. Gran Colombia is now a nation. And the Pueblo nations are now a nation. And yep, there we go. Spain has been destroyed. So that actually makes me a little bit nervous, because now I feel as though Great Britain might actually be able to support a war against the United States if they don't have to worry about Great Britain, or Spain. So, ooh, do I push for Florida? I might actually send this army south to take Florida.
Yes, sir.
But I'm going to park them right there on that border for now.
Waiting for your orders.
We could probably almost bypass these 2 defensive armies here. Take out, what is this? Tellico and the Kaintuck territory, and then take Chaska, I don't know how to say that, and the Cherokee territory in almost 1 turn. I think we could conquer both those in 1 turn, which would then render both these armies here and here useless. But I think I am going to send these guys south into Florida. St. Augustine.
They are trapped. Settlement besieged.
We'll siege them for now. As long as we are sieging them, no other nation, I don't believe another nation can come in and just take it from us as long as we're have them besieged. But I could be wrong on that. We might find out very soon if that's not the case. Or at least no nation that we're allied with, which is, at the moment, France, which is right here in Louisiana. If France loses Louisiana, which is a good chance that they could, I might sweep in and try and take it for myself. Alright, so they're moving all of their forces back. Woohoo! I don't know. I don't know. They had a larger military force than I thought they did. I guess I could have used that missionary to scout out the territory a little bit more, and I should have done that, and I didn't.
Enemy sail approaching!
Oh, I guess they're coming out to attack us. Let's see what they have. They have a unit of General's Bodyguard, armed tribesmen, 2 units of armed tribesmen, and 3 units of medicine men, which can actually, I believe they throw axes and can prove to be quite deadly. But we've got a unit of dragoons, 2 minutemen, light infantry, provincial cavalry, and light cavalry, as long as my general's bodyguard, which will be protecting the General John Sullivan. So let's see how this battle goes. Alright. We do not have any cannons. And I don't really like the defensive territory we have going on here. We might just try and hold the town hall. Just gonna put... We're gonna put these guys in that building. Basically hold the streets around the building. And then use our cavalry to flank them. No, I just want the infantry. Put them there. Keep our general back here. Provincial cavalry out here. Or no, that's light horse. Provincial cavalry, put them in the center, and then the dragoons up on the right flank. Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Just gonna pull these guys in. I don't know if I can maneuver them quite the way I want to. So it's interesting. They have this fort over here, and then a whole town over here. Are they falling back into the fort? Here's the thing, our cavalry can take out these armed tribesmen, but I don't know about the medicine. Let's just fast forward and see what happens. Actually just pull these guys out in front of the town. Get the rest of the forces behind. So I guess they are going to try and kind of hide out. Oh, their general's going to charge us, I guess. Or no, he's going to stop right there. Oh no, he is charging. That is a bad decision. Horse versus guns doesn't work out that well. Yeah, they got completely obliterated there. Oh, is it going to be complete wipeout? It was, wow. Just like that. An entire enemy unit was obliterated. Alright, so begin pushing again. If we take Vermont here now, I'm going to put the provincial cavalry over here with the light cavalry. They're smaller units, whereas dragoons is a much larger unit. See, Minutemen here, the little Praetorians. Follow by a wing. The Minutemen don't have bayonets and I can see what they do. Yeah, they don't have bayonets. They might have ring bayonets, but generally I think it shows them the general's unit. That's our general right there, General John Sullivan. Provincial Here they come. Guess the goal now is to just hold the line. Gotta pull these guys up a little bit tighter. Almost kind of form a U shape for them to just kind of charge in. Guys dead already. They've suffered massive casualties already, and the battle has just begun. I think they're going for their horse. Charge them. And just completely crushed the knee. So we'll have them chase them down. And then these guys are just gonna be done for them. These guys are just being shot to death. Already lost 70 of their men just in the trouble. We're going to continue this. We're going to run these guys down, actually. I don't want to fight them in battle. They're gonna escape. Heroic victory. We completely just destroyed them. I don't think we took... We took 9 casualties to their 548. Although I guess 2 of our casualties were friendly fire. So well done. I guess they managed to hold on to that territory just a little bit longer. So we're just gonna end this thing. We're gonna take
Target under
Swoper
siege,
now.
sir.
Yeah, they've got 44 armed tribes. As you can see, they don't even really have a sliver of a chance.
Glorious
So,
victory. Prepare for war.
Gonna rebuild that and resupply our army. Alright, now the big question is, do we really want to start a war with the Cherokee right now? Are we prepared for a war with the Cherokee? I don't honestly know.
Sir.
I feel as though this army could. Just makes me nervous going into a fight like this.
Sir.
I think
Form line for battle.
we're not going to call in our allies on this one.
Sound the
And we're
call
going
to
to
battle.
just... Ooh. I should have attacked this army first, because now I'm thinking about they could strike out at either Savannah, Georgia, or Charleston. I'm hoping though that by pushing in and putting pressure like that, they'll reroute their army inland towards mine, but we'll see. Yeah, they're building up defenses alright. But they did pull their army back in towards their territories, which is good for us. We'll see how long good luck lasts. Might not be very long. What's going on here? A rocket ship has been developed by Russia. Those are actually really good for taking out larger frigates.
Yes?
Alright, so they're going to have reinforcements from the rear, so most likely our strategy is just going to be kind of hunker down and let them come to us, because I don't know that charging them is going to be a very smart decision. They do outnumber us nearly 2 to 1. Oh no, I actually wanted to attack.
Settlement under siege.
Hit siege. But this could be good. This could be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. If we take out their main army, which is in the territory to the south, because they'll be reinforcing this army that we're attacking, it would leave their entire nation defenseless, which is really good for us. Ooh, it's not great terrain for this. I'm gonna say our best bet is to set the cannons over here. So let's put the first Delaware in the center. Check out these uniforms. Nice. Snazzy. And we'll set up our cannons on either side of the first Delaware. And like I said, we're gonna form more of a defensive formation, and we're gonna let them come to us. I don't think pressing the attack in this battle is going to be a smart idea. Do that, followed by Grenadiers on the outside. Second line of light infantry. Come on. There we go. Followed by your second line of Grenadiers. Kind of forming a curve there so they can kind of come at us at all sides, and we are able to defend ourselves. And then this will be a reserve unit. Put them here at the back. Tell them to hold fire. Or we actually have the Minutemen as well, so they'll also be here in the reserve. Hold fire. Put these guys out with carcass shot right there in the center. Our 1 unit of provincial cavalry will be back here, followed by the General Nathaniel Greene all the way in the rear. Alright, let's start this thing. They're out of the range of our guns, and their reinforcements are coming from behind, which is great, because that means that we don't have to worry about them coming and attacking us from the rear. Their cavalry is going to charge straight into the range of our guns, though, which is great for us. Yep, just like that. 6 horse already down, 1 volley. Second volley comes in, another 4 down. And the carcass shot's coming in. Another 4 horse down. So before they even attack, they're just getting battered. They're about to be in range of all my guns. Just like that, their entire unit. Oh, no. Target them. extra shot. That'll ripple through their lines a bit. Oh wow, these guys took some hits. Good news is we are just repelling their attack. Yep, the long tribesmen not able to hold on. First wave of army is completely obliterated with minimal losses from my end. Well, for the most part, minimal losses. His cannon took some hits. We'll begin targeting incoming infantry. As this is all so their first army was just completely annihilated. Didn't know that. And now this is all that second army from that southern territory coming in, and they're coming in such a way that it's going to be too easy, in all honesty, to take them out. Target, please. Oh, they're going to retreat their horse because they know it's coming. They kind of learned, I guess. Yep, they're already out of range. So these guys retarget the infantry. These are actually menacing back here. Musketmen, I didn't realize they had musketmen. And then Native American warriors, what these guys look like. Interesting. We're actually going to want to take these guys out because I have a feeling they pose a pretty big threat. That was a devastating shot straight down the line. And they are in full retreat after losing almost 100 men. I don't really want to break the formation or move these guys up to attack. I'm just gonna target them. That's all my guns. Already lost 30. I guess these musketmen act just kind of like light infantry. Half their unit is going to take it out. More than half their units now been taken out. Interesting, the bar here still says we're pretty even, and I guess it's somewhat true. If I mess up here and I, commit to a full charge, in melee, my troops would be crushed. But in an attack like we're doing right now, the Cherokee Nation don't really stand a chance. They're just going to send wave after wave into my gunfire. The only way this would really be a fair fight, and even then they're so skilled that it wouldn't really be fair, it'd be in their advantage, is to charge at them. I'm not going to do that. These more musketmen. Well, those guys got annihilated. about a gunfight. Yep, there we go. Down to 26 out of their 80 men they attacked with. Order society, what are these guys?
Immediately.
Okay, they're interesting. They're tired though. They're concerned for routing front, so their morale is already extremely low. Even before they're even getting shot at, really. I have a feeling this is as bad as here. Yeah, I want you to take out these horses. Ooh, that was a devastating shot. See that right there, just bounced straight through their ranks. I don't want to deal with any more cavalry in this fight. So we are close. Feeling the more difficult because the Cherokee nations are already demoralized. They're just watching the events run at this point. Other options. Yeah, there they go. And just like that, they're breaking already. They're in full retreat. Medicine men hiding out in the woods. Yeah, they're throwing axes at us. You can't see that coming. They're actually fairly good at taking down my infantry. But gun beats axe. And they just like charge straight into my gun. We are gonna send both these guys in for charge. Confident in our ability to win this fight. We are down to 44 against my 129 infantrymen and 61 grenadiers. Yeah, that's not going well for me. It's almost a complete wipeout of that unit. Down to 3 men.
Line infantry.
Yep. Oh, you just shot us in the back. Point blank range. Who's out over here? Okay, so we got one unit of medicine men that are down to almost a fourth of their initial fighting force, down to 28 and 80 that they started with. They are winded and concerned for the casualties sustained, which I can understand here. The entire unit has been wiped out. And you're about to get hit again. Yep. I don't see how this works to end well. Down to 18, so yeah, down to below a fourth of their initial attacking force. So I think it's time to send in the provincial cavalry. Take out those lancers. Or maybe those lancers will end up retreating. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shoot. And that right there is what I was talking about earlier. They, in close combat, they'll dominate. Jeez, they had a lot of troops there. Wow. Alright, did not see that one coming. And these are all brand new, fresh units. Haven't seen combat yet, so that's crazy. Ooh, these guys need to fall back. Otherwise they're gonna get caught out in the open. They're trying to run a little bit faster, they're coming for us. These are all muskemen too, aren't they? They are. Or no, these are boatmen right here.
Understood.
Oh, and your general has been Wamsuda. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I believe all the generals in this game are based off of actual generals in real life, so Wamsuda, however you pronounce his name, I do apologize. Was a real person at some point, I'm assuming. Nathaniel Green was. He's our general. But actually, except for the casualty, I don't know how that happened. I think the battle is finally over. Yep. That's their final unit there. Yep, there we go. End the battle, heroic victory. Wow. To their 2,000 deployed, they lost 1,700 of them. And only managed to score 117 kills. We did lose 188 men though, which says something about my men and team killing. Let's see here. And we've captured that territory, and this army now is just completely in shards. But we're gonna have to wait until the next episode to see what happens. So I'm gonna be ending this episode here now. It's gone on for about an hour now. Alright, so I'll see you next Wednesday in episode 2 of the American Empire.